Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box and we'll make a start. So if you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. Thank you, Quanisha. Mary, thank you. And also let me know where you are from. What part of the country are you from? We are also live on YouTube. So for your colleagues and friends who could not access the Zoom presentation, I've put the YouTube link in the chat box. So please feel free to share this YouTube link with all your contacts and let's get them on board with the cryptocurrency trading that we're doing. Thank you, Simon from Birmingham. We have Mary from France. Bonjour, Sever. Columbus, Ohio is in the house. London, UK is in the house as well. So welcome everyone to the call. Now during this presentation, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some basic crypto analysis, and also I'll show you, if you're not currently a member of our mentorship program, our academy, I'll show you how you can get started. And also I will give you some information on altcoins, because I have a lot of messages on my phone from many people saying, what altcoins can I start trading with? I've just had a message from someone saying, can I have two ladies join the call as well? Yes, the answer is yes. Quanisha, please do welcome your guests to this presentation. This presentation is for everybody to show you not just how to trade and invest in cryptocurrencies, but also how to get started as well. So just bear with me a second. I'll just share my screen. Again, if you can see my shared screen, please do let me know. If you can see my shared screen, please let me know. Okay, brilliant. So one website that I look at every single day when it comes to cryptocurrencies is the website you can see here. This is CoinGecko. I'm just going to scroll down a second. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. Bitcoin was conceived in 2009, and it was created because everyone was asking the same questions. So going back to 2008, everybody was asking the same questions. Will it be possible to create a form of money which can be transferred between two people without any middleman? Now, many people around the world have had problems with banks. Many countries currently, even today, many people in many countries do not have bank accounts. Many people around the world do not trust the banks, because as we know, banks take your money, they look after it for you, and as a thank you to you, they'll pay you 0.1%, 0.01%, whatever it is, a year in returns for having you save your money with them. At the same time, banks collectively will make over $1 trillion every single day. So banks are making over 1 trillion, it's not even 1 billion, $1 trillion, not every year, not every month, but every single day banks make from the foreign exchange markets. And a lot of that is actually made from your money. So if you have a bank account, whether you like it or not, your money is already being used for the foreign exchange market. And banks collectively are making over $1 trillion every single day. Bitcoin, as you can see from this website here, Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market at $34,000. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you're in one of my groups, whether it's WhatsApp or Telegram, please share the link to this presentation in the groups, and let's get as many people as we can onto this presentation. So Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. Currently, the price of one Bitcoin is around $34,000, as you can see here, around $34,000. The market capitalization of Bitcoin at the moment is $647 billion. $647 billion. It did surpass the 1 trillion level just a few weeks ago, and we will hit those same figures again very soon. Ethereum, as you can see here, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the market, currently at $2,172, and the market cap of Ethereum is $254 billion. There may come a point in time in the future when flippening will occur. Now, flippening is not a swear word. Flippening is when the market cap of Ethereum will exceed the market cap of Bitcoin. At the moment, 254 versus 647 billion, but a time may come in the future when Ethereum exceeds the market cap of Bitcoin. And that is why Ethereum is such an important coin to consider. And my recommendation is, as an altcoin, if you're looking to trade altcoins, invest in altcoins, and you already have Bitcoin, my recommendation is to seriously look at Ethereum. It's the second largest coin in the market by market capitalization, and it has many, many use cases. Ethereum has many, many use cases, and it's decentralized, very much like Bitcoin on the open source blockchain, but it also has smart contract functionality. So Ethereum has smart contract functionality. And if you don't know this already, a smart contract is an agreement between two people, like me and yourself, and it's in the form of computer code. So obviously when it comes to cryptocurrency, you can't hold cryptocurrency. However, cryptocurrency is available on computer, and it's just, I suppose it's like in this, when PayPal first came out, where you can send money to someone anywhere in the world via email, there was a lot of apathy in the marketplace. Many people, many corporations didn't like it in the beginning, but now everybody does it. You can send money to anyone in the world just by having an email address. When it comes to cryptocurrency, you can send money to anyone, anywhere in the world, just by having a unique identifier, a code, and all you have to do is paste that code into your wallet, and you can send, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, any other cryptocurrency you like, to anyone, anywhere in the world, just by the touch of a button. Now, going back to Ethereum, a smart contract is basically, like I said earlier, it's an agreement between two people or entities, and it runs on the blockchain. So it's actually, everything on the blockchain is stored on a public database. So anyone, anywhere in the world can see those transactions. But again, it's all in computer code, and nothing can be changed. So obviously, if you have a bank account, for example, you can get, for example, fraud. You don't know. I've heard many, many cases where people's bank accounts have been accessed, but when something's on a public database, everyone can theoretically see what the transactions are. So these transactions, in the case of Ethereum, happen in a smart contract and are processed again by the blockchain. So everything is processed by the blockchain. If you don't know what the blockchain is, I suppose you can imagine it like if you have a website, so your website is the cryptocurrency, and then the hosting is like the blockchain. So blockchains, like the hosting, is to a website. And that's the simplest analogy I can think of. So these smart contracts are processed on the blockchain, which basically means that you can send money, make these transactions to anyone, anywhere in the world, a third party, at any time of the day, regardless of your location. Now, smart contracts can help you exchange, let's say, money. You've got, for example, property, shares, in fact, anything of value, you can actually exchange or send to anyone, anywhere in the world via a transparent, contact-free, so conflict-free way that avoids the services of a middleman like a bank. So again, we're doing away with banks, and that is one of the reasons why banks don't like cryptocurrency, or allegedly, I use the term allegedly, don't like cryptocurrencies. Now, Ether, which is the native cryptocurrency of the platform of Ethereum, it's as you can see here, it's the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, and currently the price of one ETH is $2,172 approximately. Let's say $2,000 approximately. Ethereum is programmable, which is good, and so you can actually use it for lots of different digital assets. Now, if you look at the coins here on CoinGecko, currently there's around 8,400 cryptocurrencies, and 85% of them, or thereabouts, are based around the Ethereum platform. So that is why Ethereum is so important. And that is why, if I was to make a recommendation on which altcoins you should buy, Ethereum would be number one in that list. So on this webinar, I'll give you 3 altcoins that you should be investing in this very day. So today, you should be investing in at least 3 altcoins, and I'll give you those 3 altcoins on this webinar, on this presentation. So again, like I said earlier, please do share this presentation, the links to this presentation with people in your group. Let's get more people on the call. We do have people watching on YouTube as well, but let's get more people onto the Zoom call as well. And please, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe, like and share this video. Now, Bitcoin, current value on Bitcoin is, just 1 second. So it's around $33,000. So $33,000 is the current price of Bitcoin. And as you can see here, let's have a look. So on the day, the price of Bitcoin has come down, as you can see. And looking at this, if you were an untrained eye, so someone who doesn't understand cryptocurrency, you might be thinking that the prices are coming down. If you just look at this trend here, so let's imagine that you've got no clue on cryptocurrency, you don't know what's happening in the market. Looking at this chart, you would think, look, the price has gone up to $65,000, but today it's $33,000. So we are in a bear market. That is what you would think. You would think because the prices have come down, so the general trend is actually a downward trend, you would think, you know what, we are actually in a bear market because the prices are coming down. However, that is not the case, and that is largely what I want to talk about today. Now imagine, again, I'll use the example of the untrained eye, or someone who doesn't understand cryptocurrency. Let's say the lay public. The lay public would think, you know, the price was $65,000. Today is $33,000. We have lost $32,000 off the price of Bitcoin. Henceforth, the price will, you know, realistically, it will continue to come down, and I don't want to invest any further because I am likely to lose money. That is what most people are saying. That is what most people are saying. Most people are saying the price of Bitcoin, you know, it's much lower than it was before. Henceforth, it's the wrong time to invest. Excuse me. However, the reverse is true. The opposite of what I've said just now is true, because now is actually, it's actually the best time to invest. Now is the best time to invest. $33,000 is the current price of Bitcoin. Just bear with me, just clear my chart. Yeah, now is the best time to invest. And the price has come down from $65,000. Now, imagine, as many people have done, you bought Bitcoin when the price was around $60,000. Imagine if you bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin when the price was $65,000. Today, you would be sitting on a loss. So imagine if you put $10,000 down, you'd have probably something like $5,000 in your wallet. So you're looking at a 50% loss. Now, we are expecting Bitcoin to hit 6 figures very, very soon, potentially this year. So this year, 6 figures for Bitcoin, that is $100,000 plus. And what's going to happen, looking at this chart now, Bitcoin may fall down further. The price of Bitcoin could potentially fall down further. And like I said earlier, from $33,000, $34,000, we could actually hit a price of around $27 or so $1,000. So again, having said that, it may not fall down. However, looking at the charts as they are today, there is the possibility of the price of Bitcoin falling down further, potentially to $27,000. Now, having said that, what's going to happen is that when the price comes down further, and I'll give you examples later on why we think the price may potentially fall down further, it's going to, how should I put this? It's going to throw out many, many traders. many retail traders at that point will leave the market at loss. So people that have bought Bitcoin from anywhere between, let's say $27,000 up to $65,000, once the price comes down to $27,000, it may wick down further. So the price of Bitcoin may close at around $27,000, but it could potentially wick down to anything like $22,000, $23,000, $24,000, maybe even $25,000, and then close at $27,000. Now, when that happens, again, if you are a lay trader, a lay person, and you bought Bitcoin when the price was anywhere from $27,000 to say $65,000, your back office, your wallet would at that point be showing a loss, quite a big loss, and you would be very, very likely to leave the market because you're thinking now that Bitcoin has lost you money, perhaps it's a scam, it doesn't work, and henceforth you're no longer interested in Bitcoin. Now, what you need to understand is that Bitcoin is here to stay, it's not going anywhere. 6 figures is a done deal. Bitcoin's been as high as $65,000. $35,000 on top of that $65,000 price would see Bitcoin hit 6 figures. Now, what you're going to see in the next few days is that you will have the media. The media will treat any reduction in price. Again, let me just make this chart a bit bigger. Even in the last day or so, the price of Bitcoin has come down from $34,000 to $33,000. So about $1,000 in the space of one day. And if this continues to happen, the media, the press, whether online or radio or TV, they will have a whale of a time and they will treat this like crazy. And they will say, Bitcoin has no value. It's worth nothing. Don't invest in Bitcoin. Don't trade Bitcoin. It will lose your money. And the reason for that is that the press has been told to say that, and they will basically come in and say it's a scam because the elite class people, the billionaires, the multi-billion-dollar corporations don't want you to become financially free, because what happens is that once you become financially free, they will lose their workers or employees or the slaves to the system. So the information that's fed to you via the internet, via the press, via the media, is not what you want to hear. And it's going to be, what you need to do is the exact opposite of what you're seeing out there. Now, recently, what you'll find, and I've talked about this before, is that countries around the world are now starting to accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as legal tender. El Salvador recently accepted it as legal tender. In fact, El Salvador has gone as far as offering their nation or their people, their communities, $30 to use one of their wallets to start buying Bitcoin. So they're giving you $30, just for free to start trading and using Bitcoin, because they want to make Bitcoin legal tender, and they're pushing it forward as much as they can. And then we see the same in countries like Argentina. Now, Argentina is saying that they want to potentially start allowing workers to be paid in cryptocurrency. This is another move forward. So what you're going to see in the next few weeks, next few months, is a lot more of this. And new countries, new corporations, new banks, hedge funds, the big boys will start accepting cryptocurrency. And when you see that, purely on the back of that, you will see the price of cryptocurrency go up and shoot through the roof. Now, recently, if you are a fan of UFC, you will have noticed that UFC has recently started a partnership with Crypto.com. Now, if you don't know this, Crypto.com, it's a wallet that sits on, it's an exchange that sits on your mobile phone, and it allows you to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So recently, UFC and Crypto.com achieved a deal worth $175 million, which basically means that Crypto.com is more in public space. So people are now seeing these things that are related to cryptocurrencies, and Crypto.com is one of the larger cryptocurrency exchanges, and it allows you to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So obviously, again, if you're the lay public and you see these t-shirts, the fighters and the staff wearing these t-shirts, because crypto.com is obviously one of their sponsors now. You'll think to yourself, what is crypto.com? You'll go to the website and you'll start learning about cryptocurrencies. And this is one way that's going to push cryptocurrency to the forefront of in the public space, and people will hear more about it. Now, when it comes to UFC, if you look at this, they've got a lot of people watching UFC. Like 2.4 million people watched the Khabib McGregor fight. 1.6 million. A lot of people watch the MMA and UFC fights, and also they have a lot of, in addition to the pay-per-view, they have a channel on YouTube with 12 million subscribers. So potentially 12 million people, if not more, are now seeing the crypto.com logo, and that's part of this deal, and it just helps push to the forefront cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Because even today, just the fact that you are on this website means that you are well ahead of the curve. Many people still don't know how to trade cryptocurrencies. Many people still don't know what Bitcoin is, but because you are on this presentation, you are ahead of the curve, which means that you're in a very, very good place to get started. And if you are not currently trading cryptocurrencies, believe me, now is one of the best times as ever to get started, because what we are doing now is we're building 6- and 7-figure portfolios for our teams and our communities and our students. 6- and 7-figure portfolios. So imagine if you had at least $100,000 in your cryptocurrency wallet that you could extract or withdraw at any time. That's what we're helping you do. And if you're not a member currently of our academy, of our mentorship program, at the end of this presentation, please reach out to me via any of my social media channels or via WhatsApp or Telegram if you have my details. Now, when it comes to the media that I was talking about earlier, at the moment, in my opinion, my humble opinion, and I've been in, just to let you know, I've been in the cryptocurrency space now for probably over 5 years, and I've actually been involved in mining cryptocurrencies and also trading and investing and portfolio building in cryptocurrencies for quite a long time. So I would like to think I know what I'm talking about, and I'm rarely, very, very rarely wrong when it comes to cryptocurrencies, because I watch the markets every single day and I have the right context as well within this space. So in my opinion, my humble opinion, we are still just coming out of a potential bear trap. So still potentially coming out of a bear trap. And if I go back to my initial chart again, if I just make it a bit smaller, just bear with me a second. So if you look at this chart here, what we are seeing at the moment, although it looks like, looking at this to the untrained eye, that still looks like it could be part of a bull trap. However, at the moment, we have a lot of institutes. There's the billionaires around the world, the Elon Musks around the world. We also have hedge funds, corporations like banks, Goldman Sachs, all these big, how should I put it, financial institutes that are now in the game. So many companies in the next few months will join the bandwagon. So there's a lot more money in Bitcoin today than there was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. And at the moment, we are still potentially, bear with me a second, in a bear trap. And at the moment, we are beginning to see the media attention. We are beginning to see the media attention. And as I showed you earlier, you got all these different countries that are now adopting cryptocurrencies or moving into the crypto space. And also the fact that major players out there in the marketplace are now partnering up with cryptocurrency exchanges. All of this is creating media attention, and this is going to lead up to enthusiasm, greed, delusion, and this is when we are going to see the huge highs, not just in Bitcoins, because what happens is Bitcoin moves at a certain speed, and then the altcoins will follow behind Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will shoot up in price, and then the altcoins will follow slowly behind. That's how the market works. And as we move into enthusiasm, we are going to see huge growth in the price of Bitcoin. And that is what we're heading towards right now. However, before that happens, again, if you look at what's happening in the media, there's also a lot of negative press as well. I recently had a message from someone saying, let's have a look if I can find that message. I had a message from someone saying that, you know, what's happening with Binance in the UK, because in the UK, Binance have said that they are no longer, you know, allowing, okay. So I've had messages saying, you know, with the issues surrounding Binance for UK customers, what platforms shall we use? Because obviously there was a lot of press around Binance no longer accepting customers in the UK. But trust me, this is just a load of baloney. There's many cryptocurrencies out there in the marketplace, and a lot of this stuff is being done to bring the price of Bitcoin down. So, I mean, if you look at titles like this, Bitcoin and Ethereum in danger, there is no danger, but all this information that's coming out is to scare the public. The fact that China is throwing out its miners, it's actually good for the industry. The fact that legislation is potentially coming is good for the industry. The price, if I just focus on Bitcoin for a second, the price of Bitcoin will go to $1 million in the next couple of years or next few years. We've got a bull run at the moment. This is the biggest bull run we are ever going to see, and we are nowhere near the peak at the moment. At the moment, the price of Bitcoin is around $33,000. We are looking at probably potentially at times a multiple of 5 of that value in the next few months. So I was around in 2017 when we had the last major bull run, and that looks small compared to what we are seeing at the moment. But just have a look at what happened here. If I go to, let's have a look. So around the same date as today. So in July 2017, in July 2017, around the same time, I mean, so what is it today? 11, 12 July. So around 11 July, 12 July, the price of Bitcoin was $2,400 in 2017. So July 2017, the price of one Bitcoin was around $2,500. 6 months later, the price of Bitcoin was $20,000. So from $2,500 to $20,000 in the space of 6 months. So what's that? That's a multiple of, let's say, about 8 or 9, isn't it? And if we saw the same again, at the moment, the price of Bitcoin is 33. You multiply that by, let's say, 8, you're looking at about $240,000, $250,000. And that is potentially what we are looking at in the next few months. We could potentially see a price of Bitcoin hit $200,000, even $250,000. And what's going to happen when it does that? If I go back to the peak in 2017, what's going to happen? Let me just make this a little bit bigger. The price of Bitcoin was around $20,000 just for one day. Just for one day. So that is why it's important for you to be in the space and to have the right mentors around you. In our academy, we teach you and show you how to read the markets. You don't need any background whatsoever. You don't need to know about math. As long as you can know how to read, as long as you know how to copy and paste, you will get this. The price of Bitcoin will wick to something like potentially $200,000, maybe even $300,000, probably for just one day, as it did in 2017 at $20,000. And then following that peak, the price of Bitcoin will come down, and it will come down very, very fast. So if you look at this, on the 17th of December, we're looking at around $20,000. On the 18th of December, it's now down to $19,000. On the 19th of December, it actually wicks down to $16,000. On the 20th of December, it comes down to $14,000. On the 22nd of December, it wicks down to around $10,000. So from $20,000 to $10,000 in the space of just, how many days was it? 17, 18, 19, 20, about 6 days. So you need to know where the peak is, and that's what we're going to train you. So once it hits that peak, it'll stay at that peak for 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe just a few hours, and you need to come out of the market at the right time so you can make the most of those profits. So you need to know what you're doing, number one, and number two, you need to be in the right space so that you know exactly when to come out of the market. Now let me give you an example again. So what you can do in this space is what we're going to see now in the future, next few months, is similar to what we saw in 2017. So let's imagine that you have 1 Bitcoin. Imagine that you've got 1 Bitcoin at $20,000. 1 Bitcoin at $20,000. You know where, the peak of the market. You understand where the peak is because you have the right education around you. So you have 1 Bitcoin at $20,000. You then sell that 1 Bitcoin at $20,000. So you now have $20,000. You hold that 1 Bitcoin until the price comes down to, let's say, $10,000. You then buy 2 Bitcoins. So now you have 2 Bitcoins, whereas before you had just 1 Bitcoin. But you need to know where the peaks and troughs are in the market to be able to do this. And again, this is something we teach you. So now you have 2 Bitcoins. When the price goes to $60,000 for 1 Bitcoin, you now have $120,000 worth of Bitcoin. Whereas before you would have just had $60,000 worth of Bitcoin. Does that make sense? So if you have 2 Bitcoins, you now got $120,000. So you've just made $60,000 on top of what you had before. So this is how we trade. And it all boils down to knowing what the market is going to do and what is happening next. So at the moment, there's also a lot of negative press out there in the marketplace, still saying it's a scam, don't invest, it's not good for you. You've got the Bitcoin bubble that could lead to hyperinflation. Is Bitcoin destroying the earth? So all of this is negative press. And again, the result of this is that the price of Bitcoin will come down and cryptocurrency altcoins will follow behind Bitcoin as they always do. And again, when the price comes down, if you are in the know, if you are surrounding yourself with the right people, the right mentors, people that you'll see in the academy that we have, you will know what to do when you hear these news stories. So what happens is when these news stories come out, the lay public come out of the market because they say it's a scam, it doesn't work. But the people that know how to read the charts, the people in the know, the traders, the 24% of traders that make money from trading will know that now what you need to do is the opposite. You need to do the opposite of what you are seeing out there in the news, because the news is designed to not, when was the last time that you profited from the news? The news is designed to make you a loss and just to create drama and to make everything sound negative. And that is where 76% of retail traders lose, because they follow news stories like this. Bitcoin is not destroying the earth. There are many other things that are destroying the earth, and that's not something I'm going to talk about on this call. And it's not Bitcoin, trust me. But this news story has been pumped out just to make you think it is. Now, in the USA, for those of you on this call, on this webinar who are watching this, that are based in the USA, currently, there are talks potentially of another stimulus check. So, that's what you'll be paid, the COVID check, whatever it's called. And what happens is, to pay these stimulus checks, the government, the Bank of America, they have to print money, okay? To pay these checks, you have to print money. And what happens when you print money? When you print money, what happens is that the dollar weakens. When you print money, the dollar will weaken, okay? So the dollar will come down. And again, when the dollar comes down, the price of cryptocurrencies generally go up. So it's an inverse relationship between the DXY index, which you see here, and also cryptocurrencies. And when we have these stimulus checks coming out, what happens is that the price of Bitcoin approximately will go up. So whenever you see a red here, it's an indication that the price of cryptocurrencies has gone up or will potentially go up. So you saw this reduction here in the DXY index in the price of the dollar. And again, when this happened, you'll find that Bitcoin will probably have gone up in price. So this is one relationship that we look at when we trade. Again, very, very important to know what's happening. And obviously the stimulus check will actually involve the printing of money. And whenever that happens, inflation goes up and the price of the DXY index, the dollar currency index will actually come down. And again, going back to Bitcoin, currently what we're seeing here is consolidation in the market. And this has been happening now for almost, in fact, longer than 2 months. And again, when there's consolidation in the market, it feels a bit boring for traders, but we actually know what's happening. You can still make a good profit on the highs, the peaks and troughs in the market. And if you do your trend analysis, you'll know when to come in and out of trades. But at the moment what we have seen is the similar price now for 2.5 months. And this price action, we will soon break this price action and go back up again. Now, in the case of when we do hit the bear market, and we will hit the bear market following the next peak, which in my opinion will be several $100,000, and the bear market that we'll see after that, the good news is you can still derive a very, very good profit even in a bear market, because then what we'll do is we'll turn to yield farming, NFTs, and also you can short the market as well, which is something that we'll teach you and show you how to do in the academy. So that's the DXY index. Again, it's loosely inversely proportional to the price of, let's say, Bitcoin. So if you look at the DXY index, you will know what's happening in the case of Bitcoin as well. Now going to Ethereum. Ethereum, one of my favorite coins, the second largest coin in the marketplace. Again, Ethereum is, if you can see this, again, is showing a reduction in price. Currently, the price of Ethereum is around $2,000. And again, in my opinion, if Ethereum is around $2,000 or goes below $2,000, it's still a very, very good time to come into the market. So still a very, very good time to buy ETH. If you don't have Ethereum at the moment, my recommendation is look at it seriously and consider buying some ETH for yourself. Obviously, you don't have to buy one whole ETH for $2,000. You can buy $10 worth, $100 worth, $1,000 worth, whatever your budget is. And when it comes to Ethereum, we are expecting the price of Ethereum potentially to go up ×5, maybe even ×10 in the next few months. Again, a very, very good coin to have if you don't currently have Ethereum. And also, is it next month now? We've got the new the fork, in fact, the EIP 1559 protocol, and that is going to occur now in August. And this update is very, very significant for Ethereum, and it will result in the price of ETH going up. So again, another indication that if you're not currently in Ethereum, you should buy Ethereum, because the price can potentially go up ×5, ×10 in the next few months. So it's, what is it, $2,000 at the moment, so it could potentially hit $20,000. And the great news about Ethereum is that you can also stake Ethereum. So staking is basically where you earn rewards or dividends just by holding any particular cryptocurrency. And Ethereum is one of those cryptocurrencies that allows you to stake the market or stake the coin. So now you are achieving a profit every single day, every single week or month, depending on how it all works. So yeah, definitely jump into Ethereum. Now, if I was to look at additional coins, so I did say I was going to talk about 3 altcoins today. So the first altcoin is Ethereum. And if I just go back to the chart for a second, you will see even with Ethereum, it's been a few weeks now where we have had consolidation in the market. And when this happens, what you'll notice is that a lot of people, the lay public, the retail traders, 76% of retail traders that make a loss will have been shaken out of the market. So many retail traders will have been shaken out of the market because of the consolidation and because of the reduction in price from the 65,000, sorry, from the peak of Ethereum, which was actually over $4,000 to the $2,000 or so that is hit. So it's about 50% off what it was before. So this reduction in price, you know, of 50% off what it was before has been very, very scary for many people. It's shaken out a lot of traders from the market. Again, these traders that have been thrown out of the market would have been those people that don't understand trading and they've only just come in through hype. So again, very, very important. Ethereum, great coin to have if you don't currently have Ethereum. And the price is going to go up, and it's going to go up very, very soon and very, very quickly. So make a note of this. Ethereum is another coin to look at. Now, the second coin I want to mention, for those of you that are looking for alternative coins, obviously that there's 10,000 plus altcoins in the market. The third coin I wanted to mention is Cardano, and this is the chart for Cardano. Cardano is around 1.3 at the moment, so $1.30 approximately, and Cardano is the 5th largest coin by market capitalization in the market. So a very, very important coin. It's the 5th largest coin in the market, and it was founded, I think, in 2017, and it's based on the, what was it, the Ouroboros, I think it was proof of stake blockchain protocol, and this has been claimed to be 4 million times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. 4 million times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. So a much more energy efficient coin than Bitcoin. In short, the resulting energy difference between Cardano and Bitcoin is akin to the difference in energy usage of a household and a small country. So 4 million times more energy efficient than Bitcoin. So Cardano is a very, very important coin to look at. If you don't have Cardano at the moment, Cardano is still a very good price to buy. So Cardano, compared to its peak of, what was it, $2.48, just on the 15th of May or thereabouts, to the current price, which is 131, 132, that is a 46% discount. So again, if you don't have Cardano, you should definitely consider getting some Cardano. It's a great coin to acquire. And again, it's a good price. It did come down to 116. It's currently 131. It did go up to $2.50, sorry. So again, 46%, 47% of the price it was before. Very, very good time to buy Cardano if you don't have it yet. Finally, the last coin I want to mention, this is my third altcoin that I want to mention, is Polkadot. Now, Polkadot was launched in 2020. So just last year, Polkadot came out into the marketplace. Polkadot is actually, at the moment, the 9th biggest coin by market capitalization. The 9th biggest coin by market cap. It is also open source, decentralized, and it was actually created by the ex-Ethereum founders. So it's a very, very good coin to have. If you don't have DOT or Polkadot, at the moment it's a multi-chain network, and it aims to connect different specialized blockchains into a single unified network, I think it is. At the moment, the price is $14.80 approximately, or let's say $15 for the sake of argument. And again, that price was previously reached in January 2021. In my opinion, it's a good time to jump into Polkadot as well. I've been buying Polkadot even when the price was around $38, $40. At the moment, it's $14. It did hit almost $50. So that was that times 3, almost times 4 what it was today. So again, if you don't have Polkadot, it's a very, very good time to buy it. It's a network designed to join the dots with all other networks. And it's commonly referred to as the multi-chain network because it can join networks together. So again, very, very good coin to get. It's not like Bitcoin, which operates by itself. So mostly it involves other networks as well. Polkadot, if you don't have it, get yourself Polkadot. It's more scalable than ETH, and this price could well go up by times 5 as well. So the price of ETH, DOT, is still very, very low, and definitely get yourself DOT. If you don't know how to get these coins, again, if you want to join our academy, our mentorship program, we actually teach you and show you how to acquire cryptocurrencies that you may not be able to get on the usual exchanges. So please do reach out to me after this call, and I'll show you how to jump onto those coins as well. So very, very important. Finally, a lot of these coins you can stake and earn dividends on. For example, Polkadot, you can get 12% a year returns just by holding it. Kusama, 12%. You've got Cardano, 4 to 6%. And you can see how you can actually acquire additional returns from other coins as well. So it's just another way to get profit from cryptocurrency. This is my YouTube channel. If you're not currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do find me out. Just search for my name, Dr. Jav, and hit the subscribe button. We have new training every single day, almost. But again, with the academy, we actually show you, teach you physically how to trade the markets. So it's a lot more detailed than the YouTube channel. Currently, we do have a time-sensitive offer. If you're not currently a member of the academy, please click this video, watch this video. We have a special offer at the moment where we actually can help you join the academy, the mentorship program, and we'll teach you how to trade for 50% approximately of the usual price. And this offer will end in the next few days. So this is a very, very time-sensitive offer. Please watch this video for more details and reach out to me via my contact details that you can see on this page, and we can actually show you and teach you how to trade the largest and most liquid markets in the world. So what we do is we don't just do cryptocurrency trading, we also do foreign exchange as well, commodities, indices. So if you want to trade gold, silver, oil, gas, we do the whole thing. We trade the whole thing, and obviously indices form part of the stock market, and we have training, mentorship every single day. And slowly but surely, once you join our program, we'll show you how to trade all of the above. Now, it's a little bit like learning a foreign language. If you've never traded before, just jump onto the calls, the mentorship calls that we do every single day, and slowly but surely, over a period of time, you will become a very, very good trader. That's how I learned to trade. That's how we teach you how to trade. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. What we're doing in the academy is that we are creating not just wealth for ourselves, but generational wealth and income for life. We are financially free, and that's what we will teach you how to become as well. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. Please do subscribe this channel, like and share this video, and keep those questions coming. And definitely we'll show you how to trade. Contact me via this video, via the details I showed you earlier, and let's get it going. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next training. Thank you.